Hello, I hope you are well and welcome to another video. I've had another big channeled message a little bit sooner than I thought I was going to have. It seems they have a lot to say, the Shadowmen, so yeah, we'll get on with it, and very complicated as well. So if you get any ideas as to what this communication could be, I was actually at one stage shown that I was like somebody delivering Morse code. So whether I'm connecting with people's higher selves or this is a message for specific people, and I do believe, for light workers, star seeds, but whether there's actually other people who I'm giving a message to in a form of Morse code through geometry, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that, okay? So if you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, and please remember this channel is open for memberships. I've got 3 tiers, and with extra videos and early access to these videos, everything. So yeah, check that out. Right, let's get on to it. Right, I'm going to have to show you some of my dodgy pictures again, and I apologize for the odd angle. For the camera, my tripod has just gone. It's thrown my phone out I don't know how many times, so I need a new one. I'm waiting on a microphone and all sorts of things coming, so please bear with. Okay, so first of all, I did the meditation just before. It went on for a very long time. And I want to tell you as well that I had my computer open so I could see. It wasn't on, but with a blank background, so I could see exactly what was going on. There were so many people, men, the shadow men coming across my face, and my main guide actually sat in me, and I swear he was writing stuff down for me. So it's just a very wild ride. That's all I can say. So I started off with geometric shapes again, and it was almost like they were floating. So, and this in particular, so I don't write like this. This is my scroll for a start when I'm channeling. I'm a very neat writer, actually. But forgive my drawings. I can't draw to save my life. So there was a triangle again, and then a square floated over it. And they were just sort of floating like that, and that's how it all started. Then I saw something I've seen a few times. There are a few things that have come up again. Pyramid with a maze in front of it, like a garden, but it was very sort of dry, dusty sort of garden, but this green maze, this natural maze, like hedgerows. And then all of a sudden I pulled back and I could see that it was a picture on the wall that my main guide had just, Nathan had just put on there. And it was as if it was hanging on a wall somewhere, not a room, sort of a gallery effect, but I couldn't be sure about that. And he moved away from it. Now, this time, I need to tell you the songs that I listened to, because this is how I meditate and how I channel. I can't do it in silence. Well, I can do it in silence, but it opens my mind more. I've explained about that in previous videos, so check them out on the playlist. And my music taste is eclectic, so, and you'll see that by the songs. But I had the song Jump by David Bowie on, and so because they want me to tell you this, I'm guessing that the lyrics mean something relevant to the message. So I'm going to leave a list of the songs in the description, and you can check them out and look at the lyrics and see if you can. It's like they're showing me now, it's all like a jigsaw puzzle, and we have to put it together, and the message has to come across like that for some reason. So okay, so where were we? So it was Jump, David Bowie. And so that happened, and I kept seeing those shapes moving around. And then the song changed to, yes, Jessie J, Who's Laughing Now? They told me to just leave it. That's about bullying. That's a song and about somebody having the last laugh. So, and I've mentioned it before. Right, and then I saw, like, to me the images were like drawings of somewhere, and looking into other worlds. It's that theme again of looking into different dimensions, other worlds, other realms. And it's like, oh, I'm getting like weird art, modern art, sort of. Postmodernism is a main theme with all these images that I get, and that's my thing. I love postmodernism, and I really understood it when I did my history degrees. So I remember they'll come in on what you understand and what your things are. Excuse me. Theme, can be music, whatever it is. Could be cars, could be anything you like. And that's how they'll communicate with you. If they don't talk to you direct. Or they'll use a mixture of both, I'm being told to tell you, which is what I have images in the meditation, but they talk to me as well. Oh, they're always talking to me. They just like that all the time. Anyway, so it was like a desolate... you're showing me too much. Can I explain this first, please? Right, so desolate place, grey-white sky. All right, they're showing me the face with face out of the scene, sort of dark lands. Oh, yeah, all right, like a heather landscape that's been dried out. Dried heather, that kind of thing. Yeah, but it's like a painting when I think about it now. But on the hill is the Arc de Triomphe, on this hill. And the men in black are standing there, the Shadowmen, looking at it from a distance. And the guy with the trilby hat on, not the hat man. These are not negative shadow people, okay? I feel very safe when he's around. So it's like a father figure to me from... I feel very safe when he's around. Anyway, trilby hat, and they're standing looking at it. It's the Arc de Triomphe. So is there something, a reference to Paris? Is there something going on there? Are you going to give me any more information? Nope. Okay. So that was that. Then I started seeing the shapes again, and it was almost like I saw a triangle, and then it was as if it was, and I have to mention the colours here, and at the start it's almost like a very pale blue that the shapes were given to me in. Not coloured in, they were transparent, but their edges were pale blue. Now I know colours are significant. Pale blue, communication, that's like throat chakra, but it's usually a deeper blue. So I'm not sure, but it's a spiritual, it's angelic, it's a angelic communication, okay? So remember, I'm always still channeling when I do these videos. I realise that now. But it was like that, but it had like a pale white, you know what I mean? Pale, there was a little bit of grey, blue in there, like a column, and it was on top of that. But it was part of the column, but the shape on the top was, don't laugh, this kind of thing, yeah? Then I saw circles again, same thing. And then I saw Einstein's face. He's there all the time. And then so more of the shapes. I see triangles like that, and 20 degrees. Okay, it's to do with Einstein. Again, more shapes, pyramids, triangles, always pyramids or triangles. And I had to tell you that at the time, the TV was on the background, sound down, but I opened my eyes about 3 times. Now I do like Project Blue Book. I hope they manage to save it and get another series at some point. But it was in, again, Project Blue Book. There's that blue colour. I just thought of that. And I kept looking at it. And yeah, I did like the guy in it, the young guy. I can't remember his name. But I realised it wasn't just about him being on the TV and interrupting my channeling. No, it would, because they would have blocked me. But it was, I don't know if there's a reference. There are lots of shapes on that. I think at the start, lots of shapes as well. Project Blue Book, is that a reference to aliens, alien communication, which is interesting because I do mention that later on. Then I got, now what was it? That was still Jessie J, was it? Yeah, the song. Next song came on, White Rabbit, the original song. I can't remember the name of the group that did it. But yeah, White Rabbit came on. Always Alice in Wonderland references, going into different worlds, different realms. I think this is about communicating with dimensions directly and beings from dimensions. And I think that's going to come to the fore, and that may reference the contact or first contact that they mention later on. Sorry, I'm still channeling, it's coming out. That's why I'm talking fast. Then I saw a painting again, painting landscapes. When I said about that face in the same thing as the heather, the desolate land that looked like the dried heather, there's like a face from the side of it, but there was another one that was clear. There are two faces. If that means it. I had to say that. They pulled me back and made me say that. Then we get the White Rabbit song, painting of an armada. I'm losing my words because my brain cuts my speech off sometimes with my functional neurological disorder. But why do I have to keep mentioning that? They keep showing me symptoms about that. I don't know if this is to do with people having symptoms like that more and more in the world because of things that are going on, the energy's affecting, and they're showing me like things going through the like radio waves. It's affecting brain waves, brain function. I just got that, so I don't know. But they're starting to show. I'm so frustrated. Sorry, it gets me really down. So please forgive me. I'm a bit emotional now. This is all relevant. I've realised that everything that goes on is relevant, and I was ignoring that before. So everything that goes on in the videos on me channeling is part of the message. Okay, so talking painting of it looks like an armada. It's blue sky. There's like a port in the distance, but I can't see the port clearly. It's almost like I'm looking at this painting, and then I see they've shown me sailing ships quite a few times. Sailing ship with a big square sail, like we're talking Tudor times, maybe a bit late. No, Tudor times and before. But it's almost like, I want to say it's red, it's St. George's Cross. But it's very, very ornate. It's very sort of, it's like, is it like the St. George's Cross, the medal? Yeah, I think, but it's red and it's on this sailing ship. Now I'm seeing military so that confirms it. So it looks like that, and that was like in my face. So I don't know. It's something coming from the sea, because and again they were watching it coming into port, and it was coming from a desolate place. So I don't know. I'm getting the impression that they're showing that they watch us, that they're watching everything that goes on. And if you watch my previous video, it was all about time blurring and worlds blending. So it may be to do with that. Then sorry, but I've written something here that I'm not sure means someone with a large. Show me to forget it because I haven't written it down correctly and it's not that important. I said someone with a large bulge. I think I've missed something off there. Then I saw the Page of Cups gone. So it's a message from somebody younger. Right, when I said that to you, I could see all these people that are saying it was almost like they're like thousands, probably millions really, but I can only see a section. And they're all standing somewhere and they're all close together. And then they all just, as if they were military, turned and looked, and they're wearing robes. I've mentioned this before. So message from younger souls that are coming in. All right, great. No more that. Don't want to say any more on that. Then there's my eclectic music taste. Dreamland by Pet Shop Boys and Years, or the guy from Years and Years. How it was playing, and I saw Mist, Fog. I actually saw the movie The Fog, but the second version of it, and the sailing ship again. And I'm getting, it comes from the sea. Everything's to do with the water and the sea. Now I feel really dizzy, and they've just said seasickness to me. So I felt woozy for a couple of days. Now that is part of my condition, but that was relevant because it came on strong there, and I feel seasickness. Seasickness. Okay, so I don't know what that's about. Now I've had a little bit of trouble. I had an altercation. Well, not altercation. I feel like somebody's maybe watching around here. I got woken up in the middle of the night. But if you want to know more, I did a little video on that on my membership thing, which I will release it at some point. But I swore somebody came. We've got a little area out the back of here, and as we're on the ground floor, and it's like somebody came down the steps, then they dropped their keys. It freaked me out, made me jump out of bed, because I knew somebody was right outside my bedroom, because I have like patio doors there, right outside there, so it was a bit scary. But I'll talk more about that. I'm going to be doing a video for that, for the Orion membership thing, because I want to stick to the channelings here. So, and why I'm telling you that is because I just felt someone coming back for revenge, my stalker, and that was to do with the sailing ship. Because the story of the fog is, about people back in time that were wronged by the ancestors of the people who are living now, and they were coming back to get revenge on the children. Or you could look at, are they coming back to get revenge on the reincarnated people? You could look at it that way. So I wondered if it was something to do with that, and then it made me think about what had happened to me. I didn't get any answers on it, so I don't understand why I've had to say that to you, but it's part of the message. Then I saw a lighthouse swinging round, the light swinging around very fast, and with light, and I wanted to fit again. So, right, okay, they're showing, right, I get, right, now that's a better explanation, right? When in doubt, always use start, right? So, I think this is about, and there's a biblical reference, oh my goodness, it's the Reverend guy again, Charles Stanford, yeah, the Baptist Reverend. The scales are falling off the eyes like Saul, being able to see clearly as to what's going on around. I think we see the day-to-day life, but we don't see what is going on around. I get a glimpse into that. I see a lot, and I know other mediums do, and I think eventually everybody will begin to see that there are things going on around this world that we are not seeing. I see some odd things at times, and some of them make me feel queasy, and it's almost like things float on the end that can be patterns, or they're like some sort of, I'm not going to say substance, but something I just want to, you know, like, yeah, if you have tryphobia, don't like pat, I want to stick my hand into it and pull it out. I don't know. And I think that's a reference to, this can be rather strange, but a reference to there are things going on, there are people who are there are things that are there that are being hidden from us. Again, they're giving me Star Trek, like people who are watching us, who are observing us that we don't know about. And that's the noise I heard the other night. I know what's going on. Anyway, so there are, that's what they're trying to show, and that we are being observed. It's not about people who are stalking so much or things like that. It's about, I don't know whether they're talking about aliens or they're talking, people, well, they all already say they're among us, and I definitely agree with that. But we are being monitored, we are being watched now. They've said that they come in through satellites and things like that. So, yeah, quite possibly they're talking about them. There are things going on. And I think that means in governments are showing me Putin right now, that we don't know about. There are a lot of people, all right, they're now showing me the Wizard of Oz, the guy behind the curtain, that kind of thing. So I think it runs deeper than what we can see, from leaders, from the television, from, all sorts of things. It's basically, there's something going on behind the scenes. So there's some sort of control. Then it would refer me to the shadow people who are not so good, the negative. There's even time travel involved here. Okay. We do have some involvement. Some people from here have involvement with this. So make of that what you will. So that's what, because they want people to wake up to, it's almost like, again, the soul thing, Paul. Soul, yeah. It's almost like there's a film over our eyes and we are being, it's like short-sightedness, yeah. Not so much like short-sightedness. It's almost like we have a film over our eyes that our world is filtered. So we can't see everything that's actually there. And we coexist with layers of time and with other dimensions. And we are passing by each other like that all the time. But there are people who do know about this and who are taking advantage, who are coming in, or saying that's why you get the negative shadow people events. There you go. So they want to, right, okay, I explained the Star Trek episode. I can't remember the name. Check it out. They come to me because I'm a Trekkie, but it's the one where Data uses the, like a mirror to make everybody blink back into reality and see what's going on. They were being brainwashed, taken over by a little game that Wesley Crusher was trying to stop the Enterprise being taken over. This person was basically brainwashing, hypnotizing people to do what she wanted by making them play a video game. It was like it was, futuristic, but a little game. And once they played the game, they were like zombies and did as they were told. So, and the only way he could stop it was he turned off the lights and flashed a light at them, at their eyes, and then they suddenly saw what was going on. So the reality of their world and what was happening. And that's what they're trying to do to us now. The shadow men, angelic entities, and the fleet that's up there, all the alliances that are protecting the earth from these people. That's why they can't get as far as they can, and why their little events and the efforts to penetrate this world get pushed back and they don't get very far. They just come in and scare people, and they try to do tactics that way, but they get pushed back. They have made inroads into certain leaders, Russia, everything. But again, they keep getting pushed back. Okay? So, I feel all over the place there. Right. Then I saw a cliff edge, and it was in black and white. And I heard Duran's Wild Boys playing. Because there's and I saw the figure in the video that's walking along with this, it's dramatic, with like a robe flowing out the side. And it turned into my Maasai warrior, and he was walking across, who I've mentioned before, he wears lovely orange. Oh, fantastic. And walking away from the cliff and in the sun. And it was very green, not desolate. And then it changed into the guy with the bowler hat. I was actually I could see, not at this point, but at one point I was wearing a bowler hat, and the faces that were going over me and in me to give me this information. So, but I was wearing a bowler hat at one point, and he was pointing at the sky again and to the spiral effect. And showing me the time tunnel, the program, the time tunnel. Yeah, like that. Slightly different, but that kind of thing. So, and that's to do with time travel and going to other worlds. So, okay. And that's in the previous video. Then I had, I can't remember the name. It's an Epic Music Republic. Oh, it's really good. I'll put it in the description. And then I heard, and I was revved up. I had to wait. They make me wait, and I just heard Patience. Then I saw Triangle again with layers, and it looked like people were on the layers. It was like a doll's house, but it was like a triangle, and there were layers of people, and it's like they were living on these little layers. And I got told, again, I have to draw this quick and I can't do. And it says levels of living. Okay, and I put on reminds me of a doll's house. And then I talked about in the previous video about them looking through gateways to this world and to other worlds. And I saw a triangle with a city. Okay, so check out my previous video for that. Was it the previous video or the one before? Oh my goodness, I have so many of these channelings. Check the playlist out. Right, then I saw a plane through that window flying downwards to the city. I didn't get the impression it was going to crash into the city or anything like that, but that's what I saw. It's always about planes and about flight, and the sea, and missiles, and nuclear bombs at times, but I didn't say that this time. Then I saw the Duran video. Is there something I should know? Now that is, I'm going to put a link to the video on that, because they've had me watching that several times. Yeah, I was a Durani, but it's all about this. They have geometric symbols in that video, and there is a point where they talk about dimensions and people disappearing into them in the woods, the imagery in the video, in the pop video, and him holding a glass ball or a red ball. There's a red ball in it, and that they kept showing me that. But then they showed me the triangle, and they showed me a beach in the dark, waves, very nice. Right, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Yeah. Oh, there's so much. Yeah. And he was walking. No, he was walking across in another one. Another triangle. Yeah. Then I saw that one later on, the one with the beach. Okay, then I started listening to, you're going to have to decipher that I'm channeling, sorry, I hope it's making sense. Again, if I'm getting mixed up and not confused, but mixed up with what I'm saying in the order, then that's part of the message. It could be a personal message. Then I was listening to Lindsey Stirling, who's a violinist, and her Ice Storm song. And I saw an image of someone on a horse. And then I realised, I've seen this before, Zorro. But it was the, you know, when he used to do that with his sword, that was the important bit. So Z, so Z, what is that for? It's another symbol. It means it's a symbol for something. Then I saw another triangle. Triangles. Oh, so many triangles. Then I saw another triangle looking in to a world, and it was all snow. Then I saw a triangle with lots of light around it, yellow light. Then I saw Isis, the goddess Isis. And then Isis, when I was sitting here, behind me, wings outstretched, massive. White light. Then I saw sort of a line, and it was dark on one side and white light on the other side. Then this is where it gets interesting. Einstein again, and I asked at one point if I was channeling Einstein, and I was told yes, and he didn't sound very happy. Again, the music was out of my head. Again, I can't remember her name, but I love it. I usually play it to get the when I want to quiet and away from channeling or the Shadowmen. I play this song if they get on my nerves, and they back off. So he doesn't like Stephen Hawking's theory. Does not believe he's an authority. So it's all about black holes. All I got was to do with a curve. He's given too much information. Oh, he's information gobbled. I don't know why I'm not keen. Because they wanted me to read the book at one point, and then no, they don't. So one of his books. So I'm not sure what is going on there. Wrong theory. Black holes. Check the curve of light and refraction. And then I got that type of. So if you know any, I don't know much about black holes. So if you know anything, then I saw the triangle with the waves, the water and the dark. And then I saw military men standing together waiting, like I do all the time, waiting for Putin's next move. But these guys are black, from all different eras. And then again, they refer to the negative shadow people as I think they're trying to make it simple so we understand, which is a little bit, the dark army. I always get amused at the way they call it, the dark army. Continue to whisper in his ear. War between dark and light, between the dimensions too, I was told. Then I was playing the music, Giant by Rag and Bone Man. They love that one for some reason. Earth does not fight alone. The war stretches, this is the war between light and dark, stretches through the galaxy and universe and beyond. I put a question mark. Beyond the universe? Is there another structure beyond the universe? I don't know. Now it's starting to twist the brain. Is it possible? That's when I saw. Right. So I did see the beach thing again, and it was Simon Le Bon walking past like he was in the Is Something I Should Know video, and they actually do have things like that in the video if I remember, but not with the waves. But so I saw him walking along. So that confusion is important. Anything that happens here is important. So, and then I heard, first contact comes. We await your leader's response to questions we have asked. And that, again, they said it, that was the Arcturians. And that's the way they want me to say it. Then I was playing by two-way, more epic music, Pushing On. The song was Plane trying to land on water. It was huge. Then a missile comes at it and it misses it. I think, oh my goodness, that's got to be the police helicopter. That's interesting because I mentioned helicopters before in my videos. Ooh. Again, relevant. That's, if you're wondering if that's any spooky noises, no, it's upstairs going in and out. So missile, that was a spooky noise. I don't know if you heard the picture tapping. The helicopter is relevant. That was telling me that. Okay. Missile comes at it, misses it. I think the planes are spacecraft. That's what I think the imagery is about. Okay. But that's me. Then the song Human by Rag and Bone Man, another one of their favourites. And I got told, look closely at the words in this song. It's about, look closely at the words, especially a bit about being deceived as a race by those at the top. And then I saw Kitchener from World War One. General Kitchener, isn't it? You know, who said, your country needs you. And I could see him pointing. Okay. And then and they're doing it now. They keep shooting me. I know. And they refer me to ashes in the bullet. Again, I mentioned that before. Check it out. The start of Ashes to Ashes program. And it's about waking up in another world. Okay? Is it real? Is it, have I gone back in time? Watch, I'll put a link to it, and they keep shooting me like that. And I think I'm been told several times I'm not in my time here now. I am from another time. Sirens. Okay, somebody's watching. Okay. Somebody's watching. Okay. Then I was listening to The Awakening by Ivan Torrent, and we got another image. This video is going on a long time. I hope you can stay with it. Yeah, the sirens. Now, this is a circle. And what I saw was, it was almost like, like a compass. But it was like that. Then it moved and it widened. That was to show that it widened. It was just one and it widened. I don't know what that meant. And then pyramids, loads of them. When I say pyramids, triangles, pyramids, they take different shapes all the time. Versions of it. They're triangles or they're pyramids. Yeah, so I saw them as pyramids, but I suppose you could call them triangles as well. Pyramids, and I got the infinity principle. Okay. Then I saw lots of umbrellas. I have to mention before that, because they showed me people standing and turning to look at me. There were thousands again. And I saw, they showed me a lorry, a truck, and we go on about the Chinese spy balloon. Now, I think this video has gone on long enough, so I'm actually going to put it into 2 parts. So this is part 1. I'm going to end it here. It does talk about the Chinese spy balloon. So if you want to join me for part 2, that'll be the next video. Okay, I'm sorry to leave you here, but I'm very mindful, that people can only take so much. I can only take so much, but I will do the video straight after this. But I think we need to break it up because people are tuned out at this point. Anyway, take care of yourselves. If you haven't already, please